Another question came in from a student is there an easy way how to learn guitar? And that's, well, again, kind of an interesting thought, because the easy part of this is something. It's not really that hard to learn guitar, but you do have to practice a lot, and that's the biggest thing. There's not like a secret answer, a potion that you can read up on or drink or whatever and master the guitar. So there are a lot of different ways about how to learn guitar, and the most important one is probably get a guitar and start doing very simple exercises, techniques, exercises, drills, and learn to play a few chords, because a lot of people take up the guitar because they really want to just strum and accompany their voice. So you can learn to play just a couple of chords, maybe a C and a D and a G, which is a little bit more difficult than some of the other ones. But with those three chords, you could play lots of songs. You could learn to play Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. You could play Teach Your Children using D, G, and A by Graham Nash, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young from their Deja Vu album. So there are a lot of different approaches, and a lot of it really has to do with what you want to do. Now, if what you want to do is become a classical guitar player and play nothing but Bach, then you have to learn how to read and be very religious about good technique, good hand position, and proper finger placement, all the kinds of things that many guitar players overlook. Now, there are some great guitar players out there, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan. I guess all of a sudden I'm going to mention a bunch of great but no longer with us guitar players. Not necessarily a good thing. But sometimes their technique is something I don't like students to try to emulate, because they can get away with some things with their big old massive hands and just because of physically how they're built, that is not always the best approach for everybody. So really the key is find a teacher that can deal with your personal skill set, let's say, and take you from the place that you are, which might be nowhere, you might have no guitar experience, to where you want to be. If you'd like to learn how to play like Jackson Browne and write songs like him, you'd take one angle. If you want to be able to play and sound like John Mayer, you might work on some different things, although the basics would be pretty much the same. You learn some chords, you learn some strumming, and you learn some finger picking. You learn how to use your right hand to pick out the notes. Very important part of guitar playing. And there are some great finger picking songs and exercises out there. Babe, I Want to Leave You by Led Zeppelin, Landslide by Stevie Nicks, Dust in the Wind by Kansas. Those are all the kinds of things that I like to have students work on in the first 6 months to a year of playing. But to kind of sum it up, there's not really a secret plan for learning guitar, but there are lots of different approaches you can take, and they all start with basics. Get the fundamentals down, everything else will take care of itself.